Oh, lady, you and I both know it's gonna get worse.
Yep, yep, but at least we can have it recorded.
For the kids, for future generations.
Oh no, if I have
Oh
children, they're not
no.
watching anything I've put on YouTube. Absolutely not.
Good luck
Absolutely.
with that. The
Okay.
internet is forever.
Right.
When they become over 18, I can go, all right, now you can know the filthy mind your mom has. Here you go.
Oh, I didn't necessarily mean your kids. I just meant kids in general. Look, what I'm saying is every week I upload this and YouTube asks me if it's for kids, and I go, no.
Good. I'm glad that's your answer.
Yeah, nope.
Not even a little bit.
No.
And if you're a child that I know, get the fuck away. Go
Right.
watch a different video.
A different video.
Or
Not this
Don't watch
one.
anything else.
Yeah, right. Well, maybe not anything else.
No,
There are
not
things
anything
Right.
else.
right. There are things that are less for kids than this, right? Like
True. There's that. Like a lot.
like a
Like a
lot.
lot. Like a lot.
Go watch something else. Come back to this when you're over 18.
Okay, I'll leave then.
Right, yeah. Like
what are
no
we
children
at?
allowed.
You're not over
I-
18, then I need to leave.
Yeah, yes, you do. Well, like,
Time to go.
that math is
Bye.
correct.
Ah,
So who wants to cover what happened last time? And we'll all throw math rocks around.
What is
Well.
last time? What does this mean? What are these words?
oh
Right.
God! Last time we figured out what to do with the parrot.
Yep. The strangely
Esme
swollen parrot.
gave the ultimatum. Parrot packed up their stuff. We got tipped off about the globe,
Mhm.
and we brought that aboard, and then I don't remember. I think we were setting a secondary crew on the other boat. We learned about the ley lines. Because they had been added to the globe. I don't remember if this was last time or the time before, but Liz, you learned that one of the anchors had fallen from the three
Yeah.
anchors.
The one that used to be called the Empire State Building.
Now it's
Mhm.
just 2 anchors.
Also, I
Right.
love the dinner of squirrel and pigeon fricassee.
Bless you.
I forgot
I
about
don't
that.
miss a week with the notes.
Collateral damage from Popeye's ambush. This is made really great for me in particular because the first Popeye cartoon I ever fell in love with was the one where he's actually engages in combat with Sinbad the Sailor.
Incredible.
And during that cartoon, he will both engage with a rock, like the bird that he will refer to as a pigeon, and he will then
Mhm.
cook. And he will in a volcano because he's Popeye, and he'll get into a fight with
I'm gonna say you need a pretty big fire, so
right. You need a pretty big fire, and he'll engage in battle with a two-headed ogre. And they'll argue,
That's
and at
just
one
not
point,
enough, man.
right, and at one point they will argue with each other, right, the two heads.
Mhm.
And I go, the phrase Popeye fricassse comes up. I'm like, and I love that by no input of mine, you've decided to make fricassee in a Popeye reference thing, and that's fantastic.
No,
But I do not like Popeye fricasseese. I will make you like it. And they just hit each other, and it's fantastic. By which I mean the
again,
left
just
hand hits the
because you are
red, like the
twins
right
or
face.
you are Siamese twins or anything does not
Right.
mean that you literally have the same taste buds as each other.
Right, yeah, they have two different mouths and clearly two different brains. No reason they like the same things. Right.
Right?
I will make for you to like it because it's German, I guess. Whatever.
I know that.
Anyway,
I
yes.
don't remember.
You are off to the hole, as I recall.
We were off to the hole, but I don't remember if there were any other conversations that happened.
I love that this table I can
at the
say
very
off to
end,
the hole and it's not weird.
right?
Okay.
But
You had a
Slapdash-
conversation with
well-
Ismaya, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a little chat with Esme at the beginning about what to do with Popeye the parrot captain.
Popeye the Sailor
and-
Bird.
Yeah, right.
Popeye the Beaks Man. Not to use
Slapdash
Beakman the
tried to-
scientist.
Slapdash raised some concerns about what exactly it is he's running on now in this new world order of things.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's
And
right.
Existentialism.
Bricks
He's
tried
running on
to-
existentialism.
Brixel attempted to
y'all.
help, tasted a little bit of a sample of something that Slapdash gave him, collapsed on the ground, muttering, "It's all the same, it's all the same,"
Mhm,
looking very disoriented.
mhm.
So Mycelia was concerned for Brixel, and also has an order kind of backlogged a little bit for Lasahana to make some spats for those strange wheeled shoes that Slapdash decided to start wearing.
Oh, the
Please.
fucking Heelys.
Yep.
Oh God.
I have this wonderful means of just introducing just stupid random shit into people's
And
otherwise
that
normal
was the other thing is we outfitted the crew with and
Mhm.
especially anyone new on the ship with stuff that they needed if the other ship
Mhm.
had it.
Jay, I do want to
And that's
know.
how he got some Krypton gas too. And Mycelia
Yep.
is very concerned about what Slapdash's intentions are for the Krypton
See,
gas.
that's just Slapdash being Slapdash. It's the Heelys that's Mike.
These Heelys right here. Esmea, yes.
Jay, I do want to know. Heather did a swear, so now you do have to mark the video as not for children.
I swore when I said children go the fuck away. Like this is
Right,
not
right.
the first swear of the video.
I love you said that like Heather
Oh,
did a
did another
swear.
one.
Like, oops, did a racism. Like, oopsie.
Heather been swearing since she was 12. And I don't
Well,
mean it has
Wow,
only
late
swore
bloomer,
when
huh?
she was 12. I mean it became a regular part of my vocabulary at that age.
Mm.
I swore when I was 3. Let's get that straight.
Slapdash, are these in fact the Heelys you're wearing, or do you have different like?
I
Tell
don't
me
have
the
a
Hello Kitty
different.
ones instead.
I've
I
been
don't
to the
have a-
hellscape that is the website. There are millions of Heely designs.
I did not have a chance to peruse the entire website to
The
confirm.
hollowed halls of Heelys. Yeah.
You didn't
But
rule out every single other pair.
I tried to find the most garish set that I could think of, but I think I would need to have some sort of weird
Heather,
custom.
what is that for? Is that for hollowed Heely halls?
That's a middle. That's a
I see.
hallowed halls of Heelys. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Hello, Halls of Heelys.
Yeah. So
You seem to
something
like that.
Yeah, something in the realm of like a tie dye or like one of those like really like a just day glow patterns, where it's just it's impossibly garish, impossible to miss.
Right. So radioactive, it'll turn you into the Hulk. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, more radioactive than the dinosaur bones.
Nice.
Yeah.
You gotta look at him with
Don't lick bones, children, unless you're a professional.
Or
Actually, I think even if you're a professional, it's just generally inadvisable. Yeah.
Hey, if you're a professional, you know the risk you're taking, right?
Right.
Every
When
occupation
you
has its
become a
hazards.
professional, you know
I
which
see.
bones you can
Right.
and cannot lick.
Right. Now you have informed consent on the
Exactly.
licking.
You have
of bones.
information that you can be using at your disposal as an expert. Speaking of, do we want to introduce who's with us, or do they get just to sit in the corner and watch the chaos firsthand and that's all?
Well,
So Rinker has a specific character they want to play.
mhm.
That you are not there yet. But for the rest of the internet, who may or may not see this, future generation, whatever, this is the viewer. This is Rinker. I'm so excited.
This is the viewer.
The viewer, right? We have one dedicated
We have
fan,
one
and that's lovely.
consistent viewer over 2
Right.
shows. That's
That's
it's
not
impressive.
Right. Yeah, right. Like Rinker's been poking at things I've done for a long time now. I would
that's
say
pretty much
how
it,
long,
like-
but I don't know because time blindness. Look, Heather and I are only been friends for like 3 weeks.
right? I met you yesterday.
Right,
so-
yeah. And I don't
I'm not
even know
here
this
right
one.
now.
Right, yeah. Like
So-
with new Spaceballs technology, you can get it in stores before the movie is finished.
So I think Mycelia, if there's nobody new coming in right at this moment, then we're just on status quo of our
Right,
ship.
yeah.
I think
yeah.
Mycelia does want to attend to Brixel and make sure he hasn't injured himself and figure out why he's mumbling everything's the same.
Brixel appears to be,
Hi, princess.
drifting in and out of consciousness, but is not physically in any real danger. They're not jumping upside down. They're not having a seizure. Their eyes aren't.
Mhm.
They're not spinning the head like what's that movie with all the vomit?
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Like,
There's another quote for the for the clips and highlights. What's that movie with all the vomit?
Look, the pea soup
Liz
scene
knew what I
was-
meant, right? Like,
right? The pea soup scene is distinctive, right?
thank you.
Yeah.
Very distinctive. It's a very distinctive.
It's a very distinctive scene.
Vomit.
Yes.
It's a very distinctive vomit.
Right.
All right, Birch.
Thanks, Elliot.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elliot has almost certainly said that.
Well, I'm sure with vomit it would be that's a very distinctive color. Anyway.
Right.
No.
Right.
He punched somebody earlier, left, had to come back and identify the victim.
I would
But,
still
wait,
take
but
that
considering
over-
one of the other people that watches this show does have an issue with said
Right.
conversation, we should
I'm
move
sorry.
on.
All
Right.
right,
I would take that over very distinctive stink. Right. So-
Yes.
right. Anyway.
So
So
anyway, my
yes,
slave's gonna
we're-
help Brixel into like a
Brixel-
secure spot to rest.
Yeah,
and-
right.
My
That's the
apologies. I appear to have disabled him.
How?
Disabled.
How? Why? For what
Look at that
purpose?
face.
Unintentionally.
Right. 404. Intent not found. Right.
He appears to have sampled my core essence.
Ah. But you want to run that by me again?
Never mind. I'm not going to ask why.
Hey, whoa!
Um,
I don't want to know that bad.
Should I be
Mike?
concerned?
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike.
Oh,
Mike,
that's a winner.
Consider words before they leave your
Phrasing.
mouth.
Like. Oh, don't start
did.
now.
Oh, that's worse.
Even Mycelia is like, even Mycelia at that moment's like,
My God.
I didn't.
No.
I don't judge,
No.
but do I need to be concerned for him medically?
You could start.
You should be concerned for both of our medical safety. I appear to run on whispers. Now,
Oh, you are whisper powered.
apparently, I didn't know that before. It's new information. I'm scared.
He appears to have tasted my essence. Ah.
Core essence.
Core essence. Right.
The adjective is important here.
Yeah, right. It doesn't make it any better though.
Fluid,
It
not
is
the other
more
one.
distinct, but not better. Like,
Okay. So you have a power supply that is whispers, which sounds like the most dangerous possible form of fuel, but okay.
you betcha. Like,
On the plus side, Brixel seems to be known for accumulating them, and so does a couple of other people here. Are you running out? Should we be concerned about what happens if you run out?
I don't know. This is, again, new information. I'm scared.
I
That's
did
just
say
a
that.
Pleased
recording
about
that
this.
plays on loop anytime anyone asks him a question about it.
right. Like, if I sound
Okay.
pleased about this, it's only because I only have this one tone of voice. The programmers program me this way. I'm actually quite depressed.
I
So,
will lower my speaker
um,
volume.
yeah. Okay. So,
The
I
problem is
think
that
on the-
type of quote in there won't have the same impact without the voice.
Yeah, say what you want about the Borderlands game. Oh boy, do they know how to write a script.
True.
boy.
okay. So Slapdash. Here's what I'm thinking. You've been around for many generations, right? You've rebuilt yourself many times,
Uh-huh.
Yes,
And-
he's the slapdash of Theseus. Yeah, we've talked about this.
and yes, and you're still here, right?
Correct.
So it's scary, yes. As somebody who dies and regenerates without really understanding how it's working, I relate to this. It doesn't stop being scary, but you do adjust. You know. The good news is it's stable, right? Whatever it is that's powering you must be relatively stable or resilient to whatever's going on because you're still
Based
here.
on
I'm
what?
not in there.
He would have disintegrated a long time ago if it wasn't stable. He's done that. He's been powered by
Emotionally,
this
he
for how
has
long?
disintegrated.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing out, but
I was like,
Lost
based
Han's
on
not in
what?
there.
I
Continue.
literally lose structural integrity on a regular basis. That's the worst possible word you could have used here. I'm
Like-
even more scared than I was before.
Right, the super glue that is his soul gave up the ghost a long time ago. Okay, it's just
I was made of portal goo before. I'm made of whispers now. I don't know when the change occurred.
I don't know when to change it.
I'm not convinced the portal goo wasn't concentrated whispers in the first place.
Oh, the plot thickens
That
like a
is
fine portal goo.
that is up to Jay if that's a piece of world building.
So
I mean, portal essence, goo, soul, whisper,
Ectoplasm.
mucus, it's all the ectoplasm, it's all the same.
Buffering.
Buffering.
I may need
Buffering.
time to process that
Suffering.
possibility.
Buffering. Like,
I've
headed for
transitioned from scared to deeply confused and uncertain.
and still
Which
scared.
flipped in. Not
well, that makes you closer to the rest of us, I think, than anything else. We were all very
Oh, that's
confused most of the
comforting.
time.
Like,
Is this what you
So
mean
we're all
by?
I like
with
that
you.
that's the
We're all
thing.
here with you on that.
That
So,
Is this
well,
what you mean by existential dread?
No. This is
Yes.
existential crisis. Dread happens after.
Yeah, right.
Lasahana
Oh,
will
sure.
be conferring with Esmea as to any knowledge of the three anchors, because I don't have that specific memory, or if we'd been there previously, or anything
Mhm.
that she knows about, and kind of trying to build up a best case action plan of on arrival, how many people should stay on the ship, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we're doing that while they're having this very calm, non-philosophical existential crisis conversation.
right, very chill.
Yep.
No weirdness
I
here.
bring you with Louise.
No one overloaded.
Aw.
That Louise said,
No.
Oh.
I know, but you're so pretty.
No.
She is so pretty.
No.
You put me down right
Louise.
now.
Anyways,
And I am gone.
You say that, but she's just sitting next to me on the floor looking at me like, you ass. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Yeah.
Again, you don't have one.
That's
Well, you're
hey,
working
it's
on
growing.
it. You're
Yeah, I
working
have
on
a
it. But
proto butt. Thank you very much.
haven't for a long time. Anyway.
Yep.
More squats required.
Yeah, gone my whole
Yeah.
life without one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I have one. Will I become more or less powerful? Will my sense of self change? Like, is there enough room in the social amalgamation that is Jay for a butt? I don't know.
Yes,
We will
yes.
find out in your next character that you introduce.
so
How that goes. right?
Mycelia is like a little bit at a loss because most of the things that she would normally do to offer somebody some comfort or reassurance works like she does tea, a little bit of food, but he doesn't operate under most of those rules.
Yeah.
So she's like
Physical
little
comforts
bit-
and needs a nourishing body, which, as we just said, is not organic mainly, and or at least not live organic, and it's
I would need to procure a new organic stomach for that to work.
Yeah, let's
Or-
not do that one.
So
You
the
got a
anchor
bunch
that
of
came
tubes in
loose,
there, right? Yeah.
the anchor that came loose was what was the Empire State Building, but I know it from a different name, which was Whispers East, because it was so full of old whisper life sort of things. The old folk would call it haunted, right? But people would get, there's so much history in it, right? There have been so much, pre-verdant life down there and in there and through it, right? It was an older structure even from back in the day. So it seems to have built up a lot of that over the verdancy. My friend Reverb that we're trying to rescue is also sort of I want to find a more strength-based word than scrap. I don't have the right vocabulary coming to mind, but she's also sort of a being born of assemblage. So maybe when we get to her, when we find her, maybe you can compare notes on how she came to be, because I never really thought to ask how she was born, but she was, and she was born in the Empire State Building.
I want to say I love when Mycelia has a realization about themselves. They're like, oh, I've never asked.
Yeah. Oh.
Great.
Oh lordy.
So,
Yep. We're heading to the hole or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Robin, one, that is fantastic. And two, I was gonna say that also genders who are not chaps, but I have heard mixed returns on whether or not chap can be used to mean people who aren't just boys and or men. History books give us the word chap from the word chapman, which is obviously gendered.
Mhm.
But I think if you really want to argue about whether or not chap is gendered, you ask people how many chaps they've slept with, and if they say, "Hey, I don't sleep with men," it's a gendered term for them. Anyway, fight for another day.
Robin, this was not in the YouTube, to be clear. This was a thing in Discord that Jay is responding to.
Mhm.
Robin made a god awful.
Oh, you know you want to say
got
it
me
on the
wordplay.
stream. You know you do.
I'm not saying it.
Oh, you're no fun.
It's up to you if you want to share
It's
that
about
particular.
me. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
so
share
you
it. That's
decide
weird.
if you read it out loud.
That's very
can I
funny.
I'm
just
simply
nitpick
pointing out that
something?
there are people watching that don't have the context to which you're responding.
And I wasn't talking to them, was I? I led that with Robin, and then blah 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 blah. Like, listen, not all conversation that happens in a relatively public space is public. Like,
As we
Not
speak,
all conversations that happen where your audience can see are for the audience.
right, it's about them. Like, it's not all about you. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
We should
Now
probably
I
get
can't
on with
stop
this
thinking about the.
regurgitation.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
you're off to the hole then.
The hole.
The hole.
Yes.
The greatest hole.
The holiest of
Whoa.
holies. You bet.
We don't know that, but Slapdash, your enthusiasm in the face of fear is inspiring, though. But
that's a word. Yep. Sure.
Most of this is artificial.
Poor princess.
I literally can't stop talking like this.
uh,
Ever.
So what do
Ever.
we see as we approach the place known as the hole?
You bet. I heard a great robot joke the other day that
Oh, no.
Slapdash
That's what we're
reminded
gonna
me
see?
of. No. Robot was going buffering, suffering, buffering. And I thought that was really great. I was like, what the fuck is going on over there?
I feel like that is Slapdash's new tagline.
Right.
Buffering. Oh God. Like, and the robot started to leak oil like it was tears for a second. I was like, what the hell is happening in there? Like,
oh no.
oh no.
Something terrible.
Oh, we found the sunken place for robots. It's in that poor thing's brain.
Right. Yeah. So the hole is aptly named. It looks like a group of people have gotten together to, rather than build a big like series of buildings that are eventually going to fall apart, because that's what the Wildsea does. It just takes things back. Instead, we'll just build it down there, like, and cable it all together with enough rope that should it kick in the opposite direction, it's still connected. What this means is you have a large area where there isn't any Wildsea. You can't sail into the hole. You'll have to stop next to it and then take boats to what is essentially a giant concrete slab they've set up. Looks like a column of a building. And then you just literally walk down. Somebody's made a absurdly large rope ladder. Thousands of cables spread across various directions. It would take divine wrath to rip that thing apart in any meaningful way. Which is not foreshadowing at all. Don't look at me like that. So you get into the side boats, you get on the slab, and you go down. Like,
Mycelia sitting there like noting this, going, I think Gao made this. This seems like Gao.
almost
design.
certainly.
I wonder
You
if
bet.
got any friends here.
When you're up top by the slab, the hole is guarded. There are several what look like they're organic people, but they've covered themselves with enough metal. I hesitate to use the word armor, but enough metal plating that between the way they stand, the way they talk, and the way they look, they could pose as robots very, very, very badly pretending to be humans. Like from a cheesy 80s movie or something. What up, fellow fleshlings? That sort of thing.
This feels strangely offensive to me, and I don't know why.
Steve
What's actually
Buscemi with
funny
a bucket on his
actually?
head going, "What up, fellow robots?" Like,
The actual construct comes by.
right. I go, stop that right now. Spray it with water. Squirt, squirt. I,
Yeah, my son's looking at this going, well, it does seem to protect against a lot, but
and the 4 people that are there pull out what look like just ridiculous rail guns. They're like 8 feet long. They look like Fallout people with the big power armor, right? They go, stop. No one goes into the hole without hearing the rules first. Can't stop you from being a pain in the ass when you're down there, but can stop you from doing things like, I didn't know.
Fair.
So here are the rules. No weapons, no muss, no fuss, no blunderbuss.
No
Make
Twix,
fuss-
no weapons.
Right. Any fuss at all, anything at all, and you're dead. That's the end of that. Move along. And they get out of the way.
What's their definition of
Point of
fuss?
order. I'm not currently alive.
Oh, we'll melt you down. Don't worry about it. You're not the first robot we've had.
Okay.
What is your definition of
please don't
fuss?
melt him. We're still.
Are we
he's part of our
talking?
crew.
Still
Are
using
we
it.
genuine clarification? Are we talking as in causing a stir or as in complaining?
I believe you'll find that complaining is not something that happens down there because it's a place to trade, which means the kind of thing you would complain about is that you felt slighted in a business deal. But the people selling the goods got the same threat you just did.
Sounds good.
So what this means is that we have a very delicate, everybody agrees to pay fair price for everything or somebody dies. That cleared up?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Fair enough. Point of question. What constitutes weapons in line of my I'm a char and a steep on this vessel?
I'm not
So would my kitchen tools be
we're not
considered
taking
weapons?
your
Or
weapons from you.
Okay.
If somebody bleeds from it, it was a weapon at that time. If somebody takes some sort of aerosol damage from it, it was a weapon. If you used it as a weapon, it was a weapon at the time. You're an adult, use your own judgment. But
simple
we're not
enough.
going to take anything from you.
Well, that works for me.
Lasahana doesn't need to leave anything behind.
Besides, once you start taking people's weapons, they get all bent out of shape, and sometimes people shoot at you, and we used to do that, and then it took me a long time to get the blood off the armor. It's just easier this way.
Right.
It does seem difficult to maintain.
What is the best process to get things? And she's going to point up at the ship that we've brought with us from that down here.
If they can be carried by 4 people or less, carry them down the bridge. If they can't, disassemble them and then do that. If you can't do that, we have a lift.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Would it help if we towed it with an outrigger?
What? Boats don't go down the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the outrigger also requires to be on the surface. So
Everything
more
that's
of
a boat in this place can't come down.
Right.
yeah, this is more like a tunnel
Function to come
situation.
down. It's not a hovercraft at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go if you're looking to sell large things, you can sell anything here. Go down, get an agreement of sale, and we'll open the lift. And before you ask, how do I sell a thing that the would-be buyer can't see, they will come up here.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't sign anything unless they actually are comfortable with it.
Right. See? Everybody gets along.
Yeah. I'll head
Okay.
down.
Remind me again, Jerome, how we're gonna get them to you.
Good question. Depends on if we're meeting at their location or my location.
As I understand it, you are a trader in the hole, yes? Well, a restorer
Yes.
of works in the hole. So my plan here was for them to bring the globe and hunt down details on that, which would lead to you. But I can't make them do
Okay.
that, so I figured that I just come out and say that, so it can be totally their idea, so that they end up in the same
Sure.
space you're in.
Well, I don't know that Lasahana wants to risk taking the globe down there when she doesn't want to trade it.
Right.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Mhm.
A restorer of works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two thoughts on that. One of which being that like Slapdash is a being of many parts that may be of varying ages, and he's trying to construct something out of a cooling pack. And
Yes, the ship
Krypton.
of Mechius. Yeah.
yes, so I wasn't sure if there's something about that that might appeal to Slapdash, but also Mycelia keeps all her journals like to maintain of her previous lives, and at some point or another they're going to deteriorate, and she's going to need to repair them. So I could
Oh,
just
that reminds me.
take a little trip.
Mycelia,
like,
you're
repair a map
basically
or
Moira
something.
McTaggart from the X-Men, and I keep forgetting to tell you that. Depending on
feel
the
like it's-
decade go
I
ahead.
feel like it's come up once before.
Has it? Depending on the decade you're in, Moira is either the coolest character ever or oh my god, what the fuck.
Sure.
It depends on the decade
Okay.
of comic books we're in. Anyway,
I
specifically,
love that.
go ahead.
Yeah, like there was a movie adaptation made, and she
Moira
was
McTaggart?
in First Class. She appeared,
Oh, I
and
didn't see that one.
and she was just a boring human, least interesting person on screen.
Oh,
Huh.
Hey, Slapdash,
hi, baby dog.
not the wheelies,
The
but
Heelys?
the
Heelys.
what? I know, whatever.
The wheelie wells of wheelies?
Those things are gonna be so
Other
messed
thing
up from.
you found on the ship that you were going to try to figure out how to get it to work. Is that something that you would take to find someone to help you fix? You had grabbed the gas, you had grabbed the Heelys, and you had grabbed something
air
that was basically
conditioner.
an air conditioner that you didn't
Because you wanted to
know
get
how
that sweet Freon. You bet.
Correct.
Yeah, specifically the
I wanted to
condenser
use it
from the
as
air
a
conditioner.
one-time weapon use.
Oh,
So
I thought you wanted to integrate it with your system so you could chill the fuck out. I see. My bad.
Nah.
Boo
Well,
his
then the
bad
fuck up.
pun narrator guy.
Wait a minute,
So, I
Slapdash, you
didn't
hear
know if
something?
that or if anything else that Slapdash has would be something that you would want assistance repairing.
In a very George of the Jungle way, Slapdash just looked at the sky, said that, and then a sky voice said, "Stay frosty." Anyway.
Are you arguing with the narrator?
Uh-oh. Heather's gone.
Oh,
The black hood is all that remains.
I know.
So
It
Slapdash.
looks like she's been redacted.
Right. Like
A redacted code head, yes.
right. We may or may not be from France. Like
It's a cone head because I have a bun.
I know, but your head is just so perfectly triangular right now.
I know.
Aw.
This is
That's
the top of the bun, so it came up. And to be clear, my hair fits in a bun finally after chopping it in October, and yet it still needs bobby pins at the bottom to keep it.
Look
Like,
at you.
if-
You're so geometric. Look at you.
like if we get you a witch hat, it'll fit perfectly. It'll just
Amber, look at this geometric imp on the collar.
Why are we so geometric?
We are not. Heather is geometric.
right.
like if you turn your head to the right in the right angle, you could be a square, but you kind of have to like.
Oh, none of us are the cool kids. We're all squares. You know that. Like,
Uh-huh.
How's that?
You
you're
almost
getting
got
there.
it.
Yeah, you're getting there.
There we go.
Uh,
Anyway,
So yeah, all puns aside, yes, I was I misunderstood. I thought the plan was to somehow integrate the AC unit into you
I
as
don't
a
I don't know that
ongoing
Slapdash
weapon.
actually had told us what he wants to do with it or what they want to do
He
with it.
had
I
not.
was just
I had
saying
this
that
whole
was-
plan when you were going to be like, how do I get a never-ending supply of Freon gas? And I was like, I don't fucking know. There's a never-ending quest supply. And then he was like, one-time weapon. I was like, oh, well, never mind all that then.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't explained what he's doing with the krypton gas either.
Well,
Superman,
okay,
obviously.
So the krypton gas, that was an audible that I tried to call that Jay then tweaked in a way that I now know I don't know how to use.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So I had envisioned a small tank of gas of like nitrous oxide or something like that, something that would be like laughing gas.
So that you can temporarily push the turbo button and go pop.
I wanted laughing gas to like basically use as a projectile to like send someone into giggle fits and disable them for
Here's
stunning.
how we fix
Oh,
that.
you wanted the manual version of Tasha's hideous laughter.
Right.
Something like
yeah,
that.
Right,
But
right.
the existence of a tank of krypton gas, which I have no idea how to use, creates an interesting story possibility of like me basically taking the tank of krypton gas and trying to go to other
What is
like
this?
ship was it the term for people who are debris based life forms in this setting. And
Oh,
like,
I know what you mean. I don't remember right
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
Basic
the
life
spit-
forms. Oh man.
Corn or something like that.
yeah,
Great.
and trying to ask like, how might I integrate this? What can I possibly do with krypton gas?
Nice. Specifically, Jerome is a restorer and like copier, a scribe of preview books, which I thought was really cool.
Perfect. That is literally exactly what Mycelia needs periodically.
So I mean, do we just want to be looking for that?
Yeah. I mean, I had that in mind as something that was like a character, like if I needed to pull an NPC out of my thin air, that was going to be something I was going to create, was going to
There
be
you go.
a person who stores
Mike,
books
above
because
table, one of the things that krypton gas is used for, it's used a lot in photography and videography, but one of the things that it gets used for that might be relevant to you, it shows up in the assembly process of microchips on more than one occasion.
I'm also seeing on
Can we
my
create a new voice option?
no
a new deeper version of his voice.
Why would you want to change me? Like
no. Anyway,
Oh.
but also there is
So to give you a range of emotional voices.
right. So he has the one he has now and Simba. Those are his only two options.
Sure.
But like first movie Simba.
I just can't wait to be mortal.
Wow, I didn't
No.
think I would have two Lion King references today, both from Jay.
Uh-huh. So
Oh lordy.
the the other use for krypton gas is in lasers.
Ooh.
Laser
And
beams.
that I can use.
Oh no.
See,
don't
I
know that
have
I want
faith,
you to have those, but
right?
that's a separate question.
I have faith that no matter what I hand to Mike, he will find a way to convert
To
it
make you
into a
go blow
Blammo
up?
opportunity. Yes. All roads lead to Blammo if you want it bad enough. Like,
Blammo is good. Blammo is lush.
Blammo
Hooray
is
for
love.
Blammo!
Say it with explosions. Right. Like,
So,
So
now I got
Lasahana
visual of a portal opening and that character popping out.
is going to be looking for anyone that will trade for whatever was left on the ship, which my understanding was it was mostly like gear and stuff. It wasn't
Mhm.
anything specific. But then if there's anyone that wants to trade for the ship.
it's funny you mentioned that. You find a specific individual who is interested in both the ship as is, so anything that's in it. They're literally standing there next to a vat, like a giant fucking container of what amounts to the settings currency. By and large, Wildsea doesn't actually run on money; it runs on trade.
Mhm.
Because there is no paper money. So which means all money is either metal or something
Mhm.
else that is heavier than paper. And
Mhm.
people live by design and necessity a nomadic life. So there's
Mhm.
there's no way to amass large piles of wealth because you can't
Mhm.
like move them.
Right.
However, this feels very on brand for me for Scraglet to be so out of sorts. Scraglet is here in the campaign setting with a giant pile
No.
of gold, and I just don't know why. Mike, take it away.
What? What?
No, we're not doing. No, Jay.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not doing it.
When we're not doing that, why aren't we
No.
doing that? Why
Because
does
that-
what?
Because that breaks immersion. That's a step too far.
How is it a step too far?
Because we just went.
Retired him. I know.
I know we literally just.
And I
last
need
week.
to know where he went. Which means if you say no now I don't know where he went.
Good.
Well, that's on brand.
Okay.
How about this is Scraglet's distant cousin?
Taglet?
I don't know if that's better or worse.
A portal opens and a small humanoid that looks about the size of a child but is clearly full grown reaches out, grabs Scraglet, and pulls him back in the portal and goes, "Sorry, wrong portal."
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
there you go.
Incredible. So then we just take the gold and move on. Anyway,
there's a part of me that's like, okay, but this is the streaming game. We have an audience of which one of our current member is a part. Robin is also theoretically watching.
As I understand it, they are, which is why I did that. They haven't met Scraglet.
No, Robin has. Robin was in for like a session or two with Scraglet.
Oh, right. Never mind. Forget I said
season.
anything. Moving on.
A session or two.
Season.
A session or two.
Season.
Yes.
I haven't even known you for a whole season. What are you on about?
So anyway, yes, a session or two with Scraglet, and so that's now granted. Rinker has not encountered Scraglet before, but that is a separate campaign we need to address separately, and we will get to that when the time comes. So I just
if we're not going to do that, let me.
I've already played I've already played 2 characters in this campaign alone. I do not have time to just toss one of them aside just to bring Scraglet in here and just have all kinds of.
So if we're not going to do that, let me pretend that didn't happen. Although the wrong portal, my bad, was very funny. So if you head down the hole and you're looking to sell the ship and what's in it, the hole is a series of rope platforms. That's the idea. Lots of pulley systems, so the whole thing can sort of stretch and flex back and forth. None of it's really buildings. It's all posts with what should I be looking for? That you find them out the in front of stores, and I can't remember what they're called.
Bollards.
Is that what they're called? Sure.
What the metal post that you use to stop people from driving cars into the building?
No. There's a metal rail around the front, like usually above the storefront door, with cloth over it, and I can't remember what those are called.
Awnings?
Yes,
Banner?
there we go.
Awnings
And such.
Yes.
So it's like a glorified campsite. Lots of bright colors, lots of smells, very open area on platforms. Right. There's no walls here, which makes it difficult for anything that might get stolen to be maintained and like hidden. Which means everybody kind of has to get along. But it also means that any degree of yelling and or joy is hard to miss. So the whole is lots of people yelling, mostly positive. Or at the very least, not loud enough for anybody to get upset about it, since there were guards like there were up there, down here, whose whole job is to walk around and you see the meltdown furnace that they mentioned, but you don't feel it very often because it's a giant sealed container. You learn pretty fast from people complaining. There's a merchant being dragged up the ropes. He doesn't look like he's going to get hurt or anything, but he is throwing what is essentially a temper tantrum as they remove him. And he's going, "You don't understand. I only need like 2 more days." And the guard goes, "You know the rules. You set it up. You got a week to sell it. If not, it goes in the trap." And he goes, but 2 more days, it cost me a fortune. Sounds like a you problem. And they drag him up and they just toss him back outside the hole.
What was he trying to sell?
You ask the guards or you ask somebody else?
I think she would turn to whoever's not dragging the man up the stairs. So probably like the nearest merchant that seemed to
You
be
bet.
like recognizing him. What was he trying to sell?
And then go, oh, him? He's mental. He is trying to pass off a series of books as preview history. But everybody here knows that the only part, like, that slot's already been filled. And while there's no rule or law that says you can't step in on somebody else's sort of good section, there's not enough trade to go around for that to be a good idea.
So they go in the furnace to be melted down, burned, I suppose.
You bet. And it doesn't matter even if they are legitimate; they'll be gone now.
Can't
take them with him.
Apparently not.
That might be how they keep people from wasting their spaces, you know.
Right. I was actually inspired with the whole by the time I went to Gen Con, because I watched several people argue about how big a space they got to have, because the more times you go in a row to Gen Con, the more points you get as a distributor, and you spend those points to get a larger like section of the floor, and you get to argue about position on the floor. Some places are more advantageous. And in theory, the guy who's been coming for decades gets the most points, and that there aren't enough people who have been coming that long for this ever to be an issue. But in practical reality, that's not true. Like, the Gen Con building doesn't get larger just because we will it so. And I was like, that would be, imagine, like, those are a bunch of merchants arguing about who gets essentially first billing. From a system wherein they feel entitled, and they should. They've made dedicated effort to come to an expensive thing for years. And I thought that was a cool idea, and I didn't run into that in things like stories, and that doesn't make sense. Like, so here you are, in the hole. What you're looking to sell the ship? What's in the ship? I know you're looking to sell the ship, and what's in it?
I was going to ask you.
Oh,
because
I see.
mainly what we found of interest was the globe and the stuff that Slapdash grabbed, and then we grabbed basic like gear and food off of it.
No, it's still, in theory, it's a fully operable sailing vessel with a mounted harpoon system. Granted, which has suffered a great deal of electrical damage recently, but it hasn't rendered the thing inoperable. It just rendered the crew that was operating it inoperable.
Right.
Yeah, the crew being inoperable is not on us.
And it's not a ship that is designed for what we do. But a
lot of metal on that thing.
You can break the ship down, you can get the stuff off of the ship, and then someone else can get the ship. She doesn't want to continue to have half her crew on the other ship to steer it, take it along. But
I'd be willing to bet there's somebody here in a trading post that sells ships to crews, you know, or wants a bigger one of their own,
or would be able to take advantage of this as an opportunity to sell to someone else.
You bet.
I could pack up my whole storefront and take it on the road.
The largest, I bring up the Gen Con reference, not just because I think that's cool, but because it applies diegetically here. Which is to say the largest sort of lot down here belongs to what looks like a Mothrin who's missing most of one of their wings. Big purple and red. They're kind of pretty they're pretty in the they're covered in dirt, and it really works for them. Like they have some mechanical plates where some of their eyes used to be. Not in a I have like glasses that are embedded in my face, but more like my eyes aren't here, and I just replace them with little bits of metal because maybe this is more or less creepy. Who knows? Anyway, as you wander around and they'll see you asking other people like where to buy a ship, and by and large the people here don't. It doesn't look like sales that physically large happen very often. But the Mothran will come up to you and go, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't mean to impose or intrude. Did I hear you say you're selling a fully kitted ship?"
We managed to turn the tables on someone who had laid an ambush, and we took their ship instead. But it's not one that is good for our purposes, and I don't need 2 ships to do scrapyard. I don't need 2 ships to do salvage. But yeah, I'm also not just going to leave it in the top of the Wildsea for anyone to grab. If someone...
So you have a solid surplus sailing vehicle, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Huh. Neat. And he'll click his mandibles together, and they'll make that sound that people make when they put 4 fingers in their mouth, that horrifying whistle noise. And what looks like a very tall human who is in just fantastic shape, but you also get the impression has like something wrong with their eyes, like they're very foggy and fuzzy looking. Well, but Manfred, go with them. Go check out the ship. I go, "Do I have to?" And he goes, "If you want to get paid." All right, I'm going. And go, I'm sorry, I'm very short-sighted. Would it be okay if, I know you don't know me, would it be okay if I stayed close to one of you?
That seems fair.
Am I don't want to leave with you until you're done shopping. I don't want to impose. Are we going to look at the ship now?
I think Mycelia's gonna look over at Lazahine, like, Captain, aside from the ship, is there? I think there were a couple of other odds and ends we wanted to look for. We were trying to gear up for our next leg of our journey, so probably 1 or 2 stores.
I was kind of wondering if, this is Heather, if Mycelia and Esmea would take them up and show
I was
the
kind
ship.
of wondering the same.
You bet.
Because if somebody's going to do something, Esmea's there, Mycelia is personable. You again, trusting both of you to know of like how to answer the questions without giving away anything on our ship. And y'all were on the ship and found and looked and went through the things that I have not. And then that does leave me with Slapdash with no buffer.
Yep.
What are you talking about? I'm always buffering.
Buffering. Suffering.
But I would rather Slapdash be with me than I keep one of you and send Slapdash up. Not even out of like distrust, but because I want Slapdash down here. I want Slapdash to be looking for things that they could use. And not...
You want any character I'm playing where you can find them.
That's a Heather reason, not a Lasahana reason.
Yeah. I think Mycelia will just ask Slapdash, if you're saying to save some time, when I come back, I do need to find someone who can mend books.
Wonderful.
Lasahana will also give you guys like a general time frame for us to meet back here to then do the negotiations, which will also give her a time to like be looking around and come back.
Sure.
Esme starts to ask a question to Lasahana, stops, visibly rethinks it in her head, and says, Captain, are we after speed or profit?
Okay. For me, are you asking in terms of quick negotiation?
Yeah, quick negotiation or as much money as possible. Are we trying to leave and like get our shit in order quickly? Or are we like trying to make as much money?
We're trying to
as we
make
can?
the best trade possible, which might be money, which might be gear, which might be whatever.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the most out of this ship. I want you to make a good impression of the ship with this person. Don't lie. Don't ignore faults. But emphasize the positive, all of that stuff. And then I will do the actual negotiation for the things.
Okay.
Which is like Mycelia can give me a list of stuff that she wants, and I can look around and see who I can trade with. Same with you. Slapdash, I'm going to need them with me to go, that's a thing that I would like and would need and would use and whatever, just because of the eclecticness of you and your roles. Which is why I want you down here. And not up at the ship. And we can look for the person who can repair and bind books. And then you can do your trade.
You bet.
Sounds good.
So as to maximize Rinker's presence here, the trading of the ship, the deal that Manfred is willing to offer you is 18 steaks,
which we then go use in the book.
Yeah.
On the ship.
Yeah.
18 is a lot.
18 is a 4-man ship.
Yep. She will.
We're selling a 4-man ship.
Right.
I think Esme will do the trading version of playing hard to get to try and up it to 20 or 18 and a favor. But if that doesn't work, she'll take the deal.
18 in a favor.
Here's part of what
in the interest of fostering a future relationship.
Right.
What
I
was going to say, Nicole, is what I'm also considering is, if we do well, I can come back with more probably.
Yeah.
Sure.
And specifically come and find you.
Before we get to everybody running into Jerome, what role do you think is applicable for bartering? Because I forget that we're playing Pathfinder 2.
Let me look at the list.
Diplomacy, maybe?
Yeah.
Whatever role it is, feel free to roll at advantage, because you have the considerable social prowess to say, I brought a whole damn ship. And that's fairly like this speaks to your salvaging ability. That is fairly rare.
Do you want Esmea or me to make the roll?
Whoever is doing the talking, which, as I understand it, you will have Esmea to do.
Yep.
Mycelia, unless you have a truly incredible diplomacy score, let me do it.
Not Mycelia. I have a plus 15.
Oh,
right, but you're not there. I thought that Mycelia and Esmea went up the ship.
So he went up to check it out, and then I was saying I wanted to make an arrangement of when to meet back for Lasahana to do the
when the deal will be making.
Heather, do you have a +8 or higher?
15.
Wow.
Plus 15?
Plus 15.
Yes.
Wow.
Never mind.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm better than Mycelia.
I want you to sell him on the ship, and then I want to make a deal with him to get more.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show him it's a legit deal, and then sell up
Lasahana will definitely exchange and check with y'all and what do we want and everything. But I want you guys to be the wonderful, yes, and here's why you would like it, and here's the ship, and here's all the things, and then come back down, and then now you're gonna barter with me.
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
So while they're off winding up Manfred, the guy, the human.
Is it Manfred or Manfriend?
Manfred with a D.
Okay, when you first said it, I literally thought that he was calling him Manfriend.
Oh, that's funny.
As opposed to Robot Fred.
Right. As opposed to Dwarf Fred. Right. So that leaves the rest of you, while you two are off schmoozing, the rest of you to go find a book restorer. Did you say? What book are you looking to have restored or maintained?
Her own journals.
my own journals.
Are they
Every time
damaged?
they wear and
They're
tear from
old.
age on the oldest ones.
Oh,
So,
sure.
yeah, Mycelia keeps, because she keeps being reborn under circumstances she can't always
Mhm.
control. She writes journals to, as she's going through her life, and then when she wakes from whatever reincarnation has happened, she's got very little actual memory left. So she relies on the journals to tell her what's been happening to her
Yeah.
life over generations. Her earliest journals are deteriorating.
I see.
That's what
Yeah.
Liz had said earlier.
So the people,
Yeah.
yes, I remember that part. I just missed the part
Yeah.
where I missed the connective tissue. So while you're looking around to figure out somebody to fix that, they will point you in Jerome's direction. There's only one person here who does that. Jerome, what does your lot look like?
So I think I would be kind of in a corner because I have a lot of like counter space. So it's something where it would be hard to set that up in a tent in like an awning area, which is why I'm thinking it's kind of the corner where there's something that you can attach counters to.
Sure.
Okay.
Bunch of shelves hammered into the tree trunks.
Yeah, right.
So-
yeah.
So I want to note where that is.
Mhm.
Trade for stuff for Slapdash, whatever might be around that would be good for you to attach to yourself, you to use. With the octopodes for you to use for surgery stuff, any of that stuff. Which I don't know if you want me to roll for that, Mike, or not Mike, Jay, or if how you want that to go, and then do the negotiating for the ship, and then be able, while we're doing that, to tell Mycelia where Jerome Station is, so we will all end up there with all other stuff done, but Lasahana doesn't have the journals on her.
Right.
And do have the restoring stuff.
So I figured that we'd take this opportunity when they rerouted you to where Jerome is for us to like introduce the character and for you to meet them. And then we'd cut to the logistics of actually having the discussion happen. Because if we don't speed this up, Rinker will be here for essentially
Well, that's why
no
I was saying,
reason.
like, if we want to, like, we can skip to everyone's back, or we can have Lasahana there first, or whatever. But I don't think we need to role play through the trades.
No, probably not.
If you want me to roll for it, I can, but
don't worry about it. Jerome, your what is? I've never restored a book. Is that that sounds very delicate and slow? Like,
So there's things out everywhere. Like there's wet ink, there's everything is being treated as though it's a scientific illustration, even if it's a magazine ad or a page out of a children's book. It's all like there's no filtering on what is or isn't important.
Nice. How big is the pad? 50 feet, 100 feet, 10 feet? Like, how much space do you have to work with? Would you describe your working area as cramped?
I'm imagining it as being long and narrow.
Okay.
Like I've taken a lot of edge, but I don't have a very wide space because it's basically like the workshop where the thing is being done.
Sure. Jerome's value to the Wildsea is immense and very rare. So absolutely nobody in the hall will give them any shit of any kind. And because you've never been here before, as you approach the area they're in, the guards will just look at you funny, extra ready to hurt you, not because of you, but because of where you are, right? Like they're even more ready to cause to prevent you from causing a problem. But they themselves have a difficulty in that any of their weapons, if they miss you, maybe they hit Jerome's things. Right. We can't have that.
Just because my brain is half buffering. Have we officially said that the ship trade has happened and we're all back together?
The ship trade, we're gonna have you roll when we go to break. which is going to be any minute now.
Yeah.
But
But
we're
it's
gonna
all
have you
four of
roll.
us together currently.
Yes,
or is
you're
it-
all here
perfect.
meeting with Jerome. The
Perfect.
ship,
Okay.
if you do well on the ship roll, you'll get 18 in a favor. If you don't, you'll just get the 18.
Sure.
You do not have to roll, which is to say, you can't get a bad deal here. You just might not get the better one.
Yep.
The rules of the whole will make sure you don't get a bad deal.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Sure. I'll let Mycelia lead in there.
Sure.
And I want to see, I know you're doing repair, but do you also sell any books or maps or anything?
Oh, that's a great question.
Mm.
And do you sell things that aren't, do you interact at all with things that aren't pre-V? Like Mycelia's maps aren't, are they? Your journals
Oh,
are.
yeah.
For the
So,
most part, no. The oldest ones might be.
Back
yeah,
when you was
it
just a
doesn't
mushroom?
matter. It's basically if it's like paper ephemera, so a page from a book, a current journal, a map, anything like that.
Okay.
A greeting card, whatever.
So while while Mycelia is talking to you specifically, Lasahana is going to be looking for any informational thing current, whether that's map, whether that's information on a scavenge or a site that nobody goes to, or just anything of interest that would help us now. Anything about whispers, like that type of stuff. She's not actually looking for stuff that's preview. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing that and then letting you and Liz figure out what Mycelia needs for the journals.
You bet. Mycelia, how does that go down?
I mean, Mycelia's going to walk into that space with the respect of somebody that knows exactly how valuable that stuff is, but like in a very personal way, like with a reverence that borders on religion, walking into the space, right? And she's bringing in two journals. One is, it looks old, but somehow seems like it's sustained better over time. And it's from the book that she's used as her first journal was apparently put into a preview book that hadn't been filled, like a blank sketchbook of some kind that had been found, and she was using that as her first journal. And then the journal immediately after that, which looks like it was made from handmade paper and tied together with string, and that was her second journal, right? Because that was the material she had to work with in her first life. And she's bringing those up. The one that looks like it's been holding up better. The pages are more intact and the ink is not as faded because the material was, higher quality, but the spine is coming apart and you can see that she's been struggling to keep the pages from falling out. And one of the first pages that comes up is folded in, and she brings it to Jerome. Is like, so I have these are ancestral books that I've been keeping logs over the years from my previous generations of my family, and I was wondering if you have the ability to rebind one. The other one has become very brittle, and I don't know how to keep the pages. They're still readable, but the more I handle it, the more they start to crumble at the edges, and I'm trying to see how I can preserve them. If you have any suggestions.
What ship are you from?
The shipwreck.
I need to talk to your cook.
I am the char and the steep. So
okay,
I would be the
we
cook.
need to go someplace else and talk. I hate that this is going to sound racist, but you're well known, Mycelia, and you're a gal, and I'm concerned that your spores might damage some of my property.
Oh, understood.
See, you're leaking. Get your dust off my things.
I see. I wonder if that might have something to do with
it. I don't know enough about gal physiology. I don't know if you shed hyphae the way mammals shed fur and dander, but I know that under stress you might shed spores, and so I want to make sure that that doesn't happen.
This is both
Ah.
diegetically fantastic and a complete surprise to me because Rinker did not tell me this at all. This is great. Because
Wonderful.
I had
Gotta
no
hold
idea where they
something
were
back.
going. And they were like,
If-
hey, I don't want
Uh-huh.
to sound racist. That was
I
oh,
was hearing
man.
that. I was like, well, this is about to get interesting.
Right, like,
And my
whoa.
slave says, you do have on under. I don't shed except under stress, and then spores do sometimes happen. So yes, I will be cautious of that. And she's gonna step right back. She's not even gonna question this one bit.
Yeah.
She's gonna look to the captain. Is there any chance? Do you have a location that you would have this conversation at, or should I ask the captain if we should bring you aboard our ship?
Yeah, do you have a space down here that is, I mean, many people who work trade in the hole also live here. So I didn't know
Mhm.
if you had
What is
like,
the range of your spores?
oh, sounds like a personal question.
Passively a few inches. If I'm set at you and I were to defend myself several feet.
So we need to go someplace that's far enough from here that that won't pose a threat to any of my merchandise.
Up
So
on the
if
surface
you
would probably be
guys-
the way.
Now I want
I
a
don't-
shirt that says you talk a lot of shit for somebody within spore range.
I don't want it to necessarily be that we have to go all the way back up to the ship because this is a big place and the ship is now way all the way up there.
Mhm.
But if you're gonna leave the booth,
Mhm.
I
I say
want
again, the hole does have places where people live, and there is what amounts to a tavern. It's still an
Yeah.
open air
Mhm.
place, but
but if Jerome is comfortable with us still looking,
Mhm.
Slapdash and I can stay. I just want at least either Slapdash or
Mhm.
Ismaya with Mycelia, so we're not going 1v1 in a place
Mhm.
getting lost doing any
Sure.
of that. If you're not comfortable with us still looking, we can all go and then come back. But it's up
If
to you.
a middle ground could be, I could just step away to a private corner real quick and apply a skin salve so the spores wouldn't come loose. I do have accountings for this.
Okay, I would be more comfortable if we just talked in the next booth, or an open space. The rest of your group is welcome to look, but don't touch anything. There's a lot of wet ink, and I can't have you put gloves on because if you turn pages, you're more likely to tear them with gloves on, and the oils from your skin are likely to damage stuff without gloves on. So it's basically a look but don't touch situation.
Of all the things, Las Hana's gonna kind of like chuckle a little bit and then look at you go, of all the things I am worried about them spontaneously doing, touching merchandise that isn't theirs is not one of them.
I'm not sure if that's gonna
Looking
make
at
Jerome feel
Slapdash
better
a
or worse.
little bit with that of like, I'm
Don't-
actually not worried that you're gonna grab a page that you shouldn't. I am worried you're gonna say the wrong thing to someone.
What are you talking about? I'm fun.
Uh-huh.
Fun.
But yeah, I want to keep looking for materials. I don't know what Slapdash is looking for or what Ismay is looking for, but yeah.
I wish to integrate the
Esme
can
is
of
here.
krypton gas into my I-beam.
Esme's here because we're all here.
Perfect.
She's not really, shouldn't really need anything.
sure.
It's true in general, I think.
Yeah.
So when you make it to a place that is not at risk to be spored, we'll pick up the conversation there in 15 minutes.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you need your eye shade? You've got your eye shade. hopefully she's out of the bathroom in the next 15 minutes so I can get in there briefly.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know, but come here. There you go, pretty girl. Oh, no, there we go. Thank you for kisses, baby. Thank you for kisses. Oh, that's a good girl. That's more than just
Sorry, it
kisses.
took us a little while to get you
Bath
involved
now?
there, Raker, but it looks like we got some good content in there at the end
Hi.
before the break.
Hi, baby.
As much as I hate saying the word content. Ugh.
Hi.
Ugh.
Oh, there's a good girl. There's a good girl.
What's the matter with the word content? Or would you prefer the word malcontent?
Content is a great way of flattening the broad range of media that people on the internet provide, and just basically saying like, I don't make videos, I don't stream, you're so you're just a content creator, it's it takes
It diminishes what you're actually doing.
yes, yeah.
To be clear, I was mostly kidding. I knew what you meant.
Right. I am quite malcontent about content.
Nah.
But then again, that's also because one of my favorite YouTube video essayists had a whole prolonged put out a whole thing and was just saying, "Can we stop calling it content, please?"
Oh, are you familiar with BMask on YouTube?
No.
BMask is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, video essayists.
Mm.
And while he does cover movies, he often also covers whole directors or individual creators at a time in sort of a volumetric swipe of their work, for a positive or a negative, depending on the video. And I was going to ask if you had an opinion. But never mind. One of the only people I've ever had the ability to sit down and listen to me yammer on about one video game for an hour and a half. So
I think we're still waiting on
Nicole, we are.
his manager. Yes. So while we're waiting, I will say that Mycelia does just tuck off to like a side spot where she can discreetly apply some basically like ointment to her skin so that she's not shedding on anything that's going to right. Just as a good faith gesture.
I can never, wow, that's in really deep. I can never hear the word ointment without thinking of Danny DeVito.
Okay.
Across the bear. Have fun.
I don't know if I want to know the context.
Once upon a time, Disney made a Hercules movie.
Oh.
And where Danny DeVito sings. And he will rhyme the words disappointment and ointment, and I could just never get that out of my head.
I mean,
I forgot he was like the satyr or something like that, right? That was like,
such a disappointment, a pain for which there ain't no ointment. And I was like, oh my God.
The satyr is Phil.
Phil. Really struggled to find that rhyme.
Oh my God.
Okay, in all fairness, he probably didn't write that song.
No, probably not.
Probably not on him.
The specific combination of the lyrics and his voice just shoved that into my head forever.
See, for me, I love that song, and
the song's great.
I love that mix because that doesn't happen very often. Like, I actually love that line.
Oh yeah, it was great.
If someone ever managed to find a way to successfully rhyme the word orange, that would be the only way that's like the one of the few ways you could top that. But
that same movie has Grecian Urn, which is fucking fantastic. Oh man.
I obviously grew up watching the movie, whatever.
What?
And then in college, we were each given a poem that we had to memorize, research, learn about, And I had the one that is the poem of the Grecian Urn.
Ode to a Grecian Urn? That was
and then I
Lord Byron, I think?
watched Hercules and went, oh! That's what they're doing. Yay.
Yeah. So I didn't see that movie until I was an adult. That's something else. Who knew they had so much soul in ancient Greece? It's a good time.
Hmm.
So, Nikki, I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but all I'm seeing is a glob of goo and some matcha powder.
Mhm. Yep.
So does that mean you're back, or are we wait?
Oh, I'm eating food real quick.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
okay.
Okay.
I'm just looking at this little matcha critter going.
Yeah, I remember when I asked Nikki about that, and then they showed me the video it comes from, and I was not prepared. I'll tell you that.
That was on this. That was
Somebody
in
just
these
eats it.
streams for the record. Everybody saw that, I think.
I forgot where that was from, but I knew it was recent.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's from. Brinkers are a good way to. I don't know if you want to see this. I'll repost it. Somewhere.
You want to see? That's a great opening there, Nicole.
The little bit of inflection. I don't know if you want to see this.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you don't like food with faces, well, I mean, probably too late, but yeah, fine. It's just
But-
you got to feed your matcha.
Yeah.
Right, you
You
gotta
got to
feed
feed
your
your
matcha.
bunny.
By the way, Jay, I just want to let you know that the Krypton gas thing,
Yep.
through a feat of good luck, it just so happens that being an automaton gives me an ancestry feat called Energy Beam, which is the only thing I could find in Pathfinder that even references lasers in any way.
I return to, if you want it bad enough, all roads lead to Blammo. Heather, I can't hear you.
Not talking to you. Novo's
Okay.
giving me kisses.
I see. Yeah, not everything's
I do
about
appreciate
me.
the desire to bring Scraglets to the world, but I do agree with Mike that Scraglet steals every scene he's in. And if this is our introduction,
That's because he's a little thief.
thief
creature.
or walking grenade distribution system.
Yeah, I
No,
just
Look,
that's
it's
my-
2026. You got to diversify.
yeah, I genuinely feel bad if I take up too much of the oxygen in the room. I know I try and go for big moments and big, but
Right,
the
and that was
idea-
my bad for pitching that here instead of in a like message ahead of time.
right, yeah. That it just, as much as I'm constantly self-conscious about making sure I don't take up all the the screen time or the plot focus or whatever. And Scraglet has this unfortunate way of commanding a whole lot of attention very
What?
quickly and for a very long time.
What do you mean?
'Cause he's
He's so
adorable.
forgettable.
Uh-huh.
He's adorable and he's cute, and like
Spunky.
poor Rinker would be sitting here for an hour giggling but not actually getting to do anything.
Yeah, watching a 3 foot tall kobold with a giant gun just laying waste to the Wildsea.
The last
Which-
place that Scraglet
Anyone would
should
want him to be.
is in a world that is like phobic of flammability.
So what I'm
Like, he just puts
hearing
everything on
is a
fire.
non-canonical one shot for your birthday where Scraglet makes an appearance.
Yeah,
There we go.
like don't get me wrong. I think that would be a great use for Scraglet's one shots in a Deadpool kills the Marvel universe sort of way of just
Fuck that guy. Anyway, please continue.
One more bite.
Like
That's the
one
adorable
more.
matcha bunny. Yeah.
Oh, you mean you need one more bite? I was like, what? You want
Uh,
me to attack Deadpool again?
yeah.
Fine.
Our
Fuck
15-minute
that guy.
breaks have been shorter and shorter, and so I'm just eating.
Oh, just because I
Yeah.
came back doesn't mean it isn't a 15-minute break. I just don't have anywhere else to be. Take all
Right.
the time you want.
Yeah.
Okay, just so
Yes.
you know, if you get the box with your Christmas stuff with it, I know it's January, whatever. And there are some bite marks out of it. Just know that Nova sends her love.
You sent me things?
I haven't yet. It's sitting right here. And she just went into the side of the
Aw.
box. So just giving you a heads
Nova,
up.
I want you to know, Nova, that when I send you things, I too will chomp the box. We'll have reciprocate teeth marks. It'll be fun.
I wish I
No,
could show
I
you how
gotta-
the dog is playing with her toy right now because it's hysterical.
I got a small box of a couple
I
of
haven't put
keys
treats
from
in yet.
Liz
I haven't put the treats in
and a
yet.
map.
Like,
And I took them out, put the box on the floor. Nova ran over, grabbed it, and ran off with it.
I'm gonna take a small box.
Because it was this big.
Mhm.
It was a tiny little.
Itty bitty box. It was
And
just
she
a
was
little
like,
box.
"This is mine now. Okay, thanks, bye."
I'm gonna take an itty bitty box and put it in a slightly larger box and put that box in a slightly larger box, and then I'm gonna ship it to myself, and then I'm gonna smash it with a hammer.
I
Or
do believe
give
such
it
a thing
to,
occurred this Christmas. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Or give it to one
I
of the
did.
cats.
Yeah, for everyone's reference, I did attempt to prank Jay
Mhm.
by sending him a box inside of 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 a box.
And then for some reason, the postal service said that would be a lot of money, please.
Also, this would not have worked out because I don't have a hammer. Well, I have a hammer, but like a framing hammer, not like a comically large hammer to serve the gag.
Right. And yeah, I was going to have like little messages on each layer of box, like discussing like, hey, you're getting closer. You're 5 layers deep. We're almost there. But unfortunately, once again, it was undone by the postal service, basically telling me it would charge me more to send the entire. It would charge me more in shipping to send the box of boxes than it would to like than the entire contents of all the boxes actually cost.
Which is
So weird.
Yeah.
Shipping by weight. Yeah.
Shipping by size too.
That
Dimensions.
too.
Yeah.
Takes up a lot of space in their
Well,
trucks.
So what I'm hearing is the solution is to take an X-Acto knife and just shave the boxes thin.
Right, make them both smaller and weigh less. Yes.
Make them closer and closer to the same size so that it'd be just a very densely packed series of boxes.
Nicole, I got the die you sent me to pop open.
Yay!
Those dice are itty bitty widow.
They really
I was like, oh my god, it's a good thing I really paid attention when that popped over. They'd have gone fucking everywhere.
Then you can take
Next time your cat
Exactly.
gets an X-ray, we're gonna be very confused with that. Is on the screen.
Once upon a time, I went to the doctor and they came wet as a sheet and flew in and immediately started making sure I wasn't dead and talking to my mom about how I might have swallowed a thing, and because they'd taken an X-ray and I appeared to have something lodged in my throat. I used to wear my house keys around my neck. And they sat underneath my shirt. That's part of why I never wear anything under my shirt anymore. Part of that is low-grade PTSD from that. I do not care that you see what I'm wearing around my neck. I care that I don't forget that it's there. like I'm not showing off for you, I'm reinforcing for me. And mom starts laughing and they go, what? And they looked at her like she was evil. Like, hey, your son's dying. How is he still talking? His airwaves should be closed. And mom goes, let me see that. They go, he's a teenager. How did he swallow a key? Like, she goes, he didn't. Because I'm kind of a klutz. It was made out of like heavy duty fishing line, which doesn't have any color. So there was no black thread or anything. Clear. Right. Oh, and she just reaches over and yanks the key up out of my shirt. And they were like, oh. It's very funny.
Oh my
Hang
god.
on, let me explain.
And they didn't tell you to remove all metal?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have done it on my own. You couldn't see it, right? And they didn't say anything. Because I used to just rip it off. So by accident. So we're talking like 6 or 7 lengths of fishing line. That's not coming off now. Like, yeah, forgot it was there. Now I have the carabiner like a normal grown up.
Yeah. Anyway, we should probably get back to it. So we're not wasting Ricker's time.
Yeah. So here you are in a ointment security state in a place where you can't shake dust all over Jerome's precious projects.
Security state is its own. I don't know if I want that to be a band or an album title.
Ointment security
album
state
title for sure.
Album title, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Anyway.
man! And then ointment and security state are two separate songs in the album.
Right, yeah, yeah. Sung by the
record,
holy.
either Secret Police or Chained Up is the band.
Nice.
So Mycelia has taken care of the skin situation, right? So she looks a little bit more moistened than usual.
Nice, fresh moistening. Oh, Mike's face is great. In my head, the album cover is the pit with the lady from it gets the lotion. It puts the lotion on its skin or gets the hose again.
Silence of the Lambs.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Like, this is one fucked up album we just made. Like
Look, I've been listening to a lot of Grandson recently, and like,
I know.
So she gets her material.
I know
together,
one song from them.
Blood Water.
Oh no,
Okay,
the one from the Suicide Squad soundtrack.
there's so many. Okay.
So Jerome, is there anything?
We'll
other
just
security?
post music later.
Right.
But there's a good mix you could make of Grandson and Penelope Scott. It's just like,
oh yeah.
argh. Wonderful.
Okay, dog, come on, hang on.
So
this is that trend she gets. She waits until we get ourselves focused, and then the dog starts to bark. Come here.
That's because they're trying to tell you they want to be a part of it too.
Go outside. Come on. So, are there any other security precautions that Jerome would like Mycelia to take, or are we?
As long as we're standing outside your potential radius of spore distribution, we're good.
Okay. So Mycelia is going to present the two journals that she needs repairs on, and she's got them wrapped in layers of like a gossamer's the wrong word, gauzy kind of a fabric. That it's basically it's a paper material she's made out of some sort of cloth, and she uses it to keep them wrapped. So
what kind of binding would you like on these? Do you want like a scroll? Do you want like cedar bark and sewn? What would you like?
Oh, cedar bark would be lovely. It's water resistant and all. So, and as you say, cedar bark, like this nostalgic look comes over Mycelia's face. That like she herself may or may not be able to place why cedar bark is important to her, but that would be lovely.
Do I need to recopy anything for you or just rebind these?
Oh, you can do copying as well. She pulls up the second journal. This one might be important. There are 2 pages that have been damaged by water. If there's any way that you can sort of reconstruct what was written on them and recopy, that would be ideal, but that may or may not be possible. And she opens it up, and you can see it was made in some sort of like old time ink, and water stain had caused half of the page to blur, but it was referencing the it was a page that was referencing the 3 anchors where they're trying to go. So it's something written from when she had been there before. So for our character's purposes, it's important.
As long as there's enough of the word that I can figure out what it is, then I can recopy that. Otherwise, I may have to get in touch with you again when you come back to pick them up.
Okay, that's understood. And if you can't restore it, that's understandable. I haven't been able to. You can see where she's like traced with like some kind of an etchy tool to like create an imprint where the ink had faded, where she was able to kind of get a guesstimate of what the words were, so that it would survive the water damage aspect. So you'd probably, if you rubbed charcoal on it, you'd probably be able to like get a bit of an imprint of what was written on it.
Okay,
but she'd obviously
so
run out of ink at
like
some point.
a palimpsest situation going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll probably copy the part that's legible and then try and do something with that.
Wonderful. How long might it take to do this? Our trip to the 3 anchors is either going to be very brief or a bit, you know. So the last fellow I needed to give these books to took weeks to get done.
How many pages? are your books?
Um,
Do you have an estimate?
Yeah, she unwraps them and she shows you like most of they're fairly thick books, but the one only needs the binding replaced, and the other one only has 2 damaged pages. So, um, just a few pages need to be fixed, and then the cover on the other one.
Well, it depends because it may take a while for the ink to dry. Do you have
Mhm.
anything to do a quick drying ink with, or some kind of fixative that will prevent other inks from bleeding?
Um, trying to think if she does. No, me the player going, do I have fixatives? I think. Well, I think in this instance, though, the pages aren't still wet. They would have dried already, and she just couldn't undo the damage that had occurred previous. So there's water
The
damage, but the
ink
pages are dry.
itself will take a while to dry. So you may either want to come back and pick them up,
Mhm.
or you will have to be very, very careful transporting them
Mhm.
so that you don't smudge the ink.
I see. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that would help it dry faster. That wouldn't damage. Everything I've tried to create tends to damage the ink. So we would have to wait on whatever processes you have. I would be
Yeah,
inclined to leave them with
organic
you.
inks are hard.
Yes, yeah. I used to have a bottle of, it was pre-V ink. It was wonderful. And it ran out. I only had a little, was only able to salvage a small amount. So I assume I would leave them with you to do the repairs and then pick them up when we're.
Do you have pages that are back to back that are water damaged? Are they
Those last
facing pages?
2 are, yes.
Okay, so I can copy those out for you, and you could take them unbound and attempt to bind them yourself, or if someone on your crew can bind them. Otherwise, you'll have to come back at some point in the future and get them.
Yes, I think if it's just those 2, I think I can rebind them as long as somebody can restore them. The other one, if you can bind that one, because I don't have enough material for rebinding the entire book. And I don't know what it would matter to you per se, but if we need to work out how to barter the cost, there's a map of my what I think was my ancestral homeland in the beginning of that book, and if you wanted to make a copy of it as a form of payment, you could. It probably only has historical relevance now. I think one of the mountains when the mountains burn, when they erupt, that map is from before before that third mountain erupted, so it might have a historical value for those that like to
So
collect
I
them.
have a proposition for you.
Oh.
Is it acceptable to publish some of your recipes? I would like to get some of your dishes or recipes or menus or whatever you call them, and publish them and make them available as a form of trade if that's acceptable to you. However, I realize that some people consider those to be personal property and don't believe in sharing them.
Oh yeah, I had not thought of that. No, growing up, my family we share the recipes as part of it's like a cultural thing to share. So absolutely, I could write down on quite a number of them.
Make it so only Jerome can publish them. Only you and Jerome can publish them. Make
That
this a
was
binding deal between the 2 of you.
If you wanted to make an arrangement where I could give you those exclusively to you for what's the term, resale, distribution. If we could, certainly, I could share those with you as a form of barter. Come to think of it, there's a few. So the recipes I make that I give to around are the ones I have adapted from the Gao, culture they're adapted for the diet of the human folk, right? So I can also potentially share with you the traditional versions that are made for for Gao specifically too.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. If you're ever back in this location and you want some copies of your recipe book, because I will put your name on it and specify that it's traditional Gao recipes and recipes adapted for human consumption.
Excellent. That would be lovely. There may be, if needed, I don't know how much. Let me know how many recipes you might need to cover the cost of the work you're about to do, and I'll share accordingly.
Basically, as many recipes or menus or what have you as you have available, because it's very difficult for people to obtain recipe books because a lot of people consider them proprietary. And I hadn't realized that that was a facet of the Gao culture to share recipes. So I anticipate there being a great demand for this.
That might be. That being said, the people I am referencing may not be representative of the Gao at this end of the Wildsea. My ancestors are from quite a ways away, so probably there would be great demand. I don't know how many of the folks around these parts are sharing as much as I did. As you read some of my journals, you may start to get a little insight into how unusual I am. But my sentence remained a true statement in terms of the regional folks I come from. So the recipes should still be sound. I can send you quite a number of them. You'll find a few in the first journal that are going to be traditional Gao recipes. I didn't start to adapt them until later. So if you wanted to get a head start, the Gao specific recipes are going to start in that first book I've given you to rebind. And I should have 5 or 6 that I can give you off the top of my head. Beyond that, I can gather a few of those and others. Yeah.
Sure. If you have a way of sending them as you're traveling, then I will continue to add them to the book, and eventually we will have enough to publish.
Okay.
Is there a way
All right.
of
Excellent.
doing something like that?
I didn't quite hear
Is
that.
there some kind? I know, like, there's the mail service, but like, and Mycelia would probably be the one to know how to tap into that. But would that be the option?
Word bearers.
So I was
hoping
that Raker would bring this up.
Slapdash,
you run on whispers, right?
Apparently.
Well, in my experience, anything you can eat, you can regurgitate.
Ew.
Like,
you want him to vomit my recipes at Jerome?
No knowledge of them. Which is to say, all you need is another person who also runs on whispers. What I'm saying is Slapdash has a psychokinetic connection with any other being that runs on whispers.
So not Slapdash making whispers, but Slapdash using the power of whispers?
Yes. Slapdash forming a whisper of the knowledge, giving it to Slapdash, because the system accommodates for the idea that a whisper is a piece of knowledge that can either be spoken, and it has to be spoken once before to become a thing, right? To become a whisper, you have to talk. A whisper is a sound. So the way I interpreted that was when somebody first says a thing, but that thing is not leveraged, it becomes a whisper. So then this would allow you to make a recipe, but never say that recipe out loud. So then you would perfect it while being careful not to describe the finished recipe, right? And then you have this intangible knowledge. You whisper that into Slapdash, and then he psychokinetically shares that with another being who also is a whisper repository like he is. Since it's psychokinetic, there's no out loud communication, so the whisper is not manifest in a physical way. That other psychokinetic person would then say them out loud in Jerome's presence. They would manifest into whispers, which then Jerome leverages because the system accommodates for the idea that whispers can be literally consumed as like power. To then, this is essentially a one-to-one phone call.
Would Mycelia, once it's been sent, then also be able to write down the finished recipe?
Yes, it just wouldn't be a whisper. It would just be a page.
Okay. Just making sure that you wouldn't be giving up your recipe.
Oh, no. The idea, the system's very fussy about what exactly a whisper is, but it's clear that you can take them and like consume them for temporary power spikes, and even that players can create them. They can will a whisper into reality and then say, well, I heard that X and Y is true. And then when you approach that place, the idea is that I think the system, the word uses the word firefly. I would present this location, and then you, the player, decide whether or not it's true or not in the moment by destroying or leveraging the whisper, the rumor. The rumor becomes true because you said it is, which is really cool.
And I look forward to the idea of all characters on this earth, Slapdash being the one communicating in whispers, usually by bellowing the word whisper.
Like, yeah, the book specifically says that the whisper gains more power if you whisper, speak it, or shout it, and Slapdash's default setting is shout.
Say it with your whole chest, right?
I have a slightly more straightforward idea.
Slapdash lives in irony and oxymorons.
I will say that Mycelia's character, because of the way that the species system and things like that works in Wildsea, Mycelia does have a couple of she has a whisper called mycelial rumblings, I think.
Ooh. Mushroom tummies.
Myconid rumblings, maybe. So following a similar principle, but without making Slapdash and another person play telephone to the recipe thing.
Sure.
We are down deep in the Wildsea, which would be about the region that the Gao first would have lived in. This is their home environment, right? So
yes. This is less the bottom of the Wildsea and more the upper floors of the Gao apartment complex.
Yeah, right. So I could leverage the concept the same way, but without having the intermediary in there, by doing something with the steep meditative, like going into a trance-like state and transmitting the recipe through the mycelial connections of the things every time she gets into a harbor, right? And then that would just work its way to Jerome. And Jerome would basically, like, as soon as they got into a quiet enough space, they'd start to hear a whisper rumbling through the wood around them, where there was any mycelial network active enough.
And for the record,
write it down.
I'm just picturing Ralph from Spy Kids 2, just scuttling.
Ralph is the only spider-like creature that I love.
I know you said Ralph, and I know who you mean, but my brain immediately went to Rolf from Ed, and Eddie.
Oh no,
right?
no.
No,
No,
not even this. Not even close to the same.
No.
Thankfully, my brain, for reasons unknown, has never encountered either of these references.
Wow.
Spy Kids sounds like a movie night. Ed, and Eddie, you're fine.
Soft.
Don't worry about it.
You don't need to see Ed, and Eddie. Spy Kids, however.
I watched the first Spy Kids movie, and the thumbs were enough.
I remember the thumbs.
That's fair.
So for Jerome, what Mycelia is going to do is write down a recipe for a specific type of tea that she calls the ancestors blend, right?
Oh my!
And she's like, I do a little tea ceremony, and one of the ways that I can communicate with my sort of the ancestral memory I have, which is not literally ancestral memory. There's a whole story behind it I can explain later, but it allows me to tap into the mycelial network that is around us at all times, right? Sort of a meditative process. If I do that, and you've had the tea recently, you'll get into a temporary period where you'll be able to also hear the mycelial network as well, which is quite a
don't
trip
worry
for those
about
who aren't used
spores
to it.
on your books. We're going with spores in your brain.
Right.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's okay.
Very temporary. I'd
Nothing's
recommend not doing it in
wrong.
your.
Don't be afraid. The mushrooms are just singing to you.
Yeah, right. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
Will I
There's
be
no
able to
books
hear
that
the
way,
same
but-
recipe more than once?
The mushrooms are singing, and what they're
Short
saying is
period of
lettuce,
time.
garlic,
Right.
So
Right.
beef.
These
my
mushrooms
recipes
will
usually
self-destruct in 10 seconds. 9
You'll have
seconds.
You'll have a few minutes to hear the same recipe, sort of on a repeat, I suppose. For those, so you'll have a few chances.
Okay, that's important because all of this is handwriting, and so I need enough time to make at least a legible copy, if not a copy that could be published or distributed.
I love how we were gonna have I had suggested what amounts to a phone call, like a radio transmission through the brain, and you were like, yeah, but mushrooms. So what you're telling me is mushrooms
what if
killed the
more
radio star, and that's fine.
So the mycelial network is not as you're not racing a clock when you're communicating in that way, right? So you'll have time to write it down. I haven't had difficulty with that myself. And
How was the Wi-Fi on the mycelium network? Good, bad?
Don't listen to it in a crowded place. They are rumblings. They're not. It's not going to be like a New York whisper. It's like, hey, hey.
Meanwhile, I'm posting Les Mis cover band lyrics in the Discord chat.
Yeah, I see that.
Can you hear the mushroom singing the song of jungle seeds?
You're all terrible and wonderful, and you're great.
And so will I only pick up on your communication through this method, or will I get background chatter?
The only sound you'd only be able to understand what I was communicating. The intention of the person.
Does that mean
override
that...
the rest will be like sort of a murmur in the background?
Oh, okay, yeah. So like fungus crosstalk. Yeah. All you got to do then is get a balanced cable, because that's what balanced cables are for. The longer the cord is, the more likely you are to have digital crosstalk. You fix that by having one cable for each output. Sorry, that's my
mycelial thread.
Right. Yeah.
The fungus among us.
The more of the tea you drink, the louder and clearer it is, I think.
Oh, yeah, because that's a safe mentality. Look, if you get drunk enough, you're not drunk no more.
Don't worry about
it. We're getting life lessons.
Not for kids.
No. This is worse because this is coming from a mushroom person. So this is like if you do enough shrooms, the hallucinations start to make sense.
Exactly.
And now we're back to Mike's other character from the
and we're full circle back to Hiram.
Without going too far into that, I think that is the premise behind that one right that you have.
Oh no, we're talking about for my in our Nikki and I's werewolf game. My character
canonically does shrooms.
Not like canonically does shrooms, but can canonically actually temporarily boost her powers as a werewolf by doing shrooms and you'll be like supercharged for 5 minutes, but you'll be high the whole time.
Nice.
If it helps, Jerome, I have done this with other folk in the past, and none of them have suffered any lasting ill effects. I don't, there's some paranoia. People have some paranoia about it, which I do understand. Those individuals were not drinking the tea I was giving them. So
Yeah, that was that other
Just-
person's tea. I can't speak for their product, but my shit is
Right.
pure. Right.
So it would be just 1-to-1. It would
Should
be
work
a slight
if
delay,
it
but-
doesn't taste too bad. I'm
Mhm.
slightly concerned about that on a personal level.
Ah. I can make a small sample for you that wouldn't be strong enough to create the effect, but I've been told it tastes like not. They said it tastes like coffee that's not bitter, but I've never had coffee, so I can't speak to that. Beyond that.
Now I need to know, Mycelia, is that because you've never encountered it, or because
Uh-huh.
you just don't? You're like, no, or are you allergic? Is the coffee
would-
bean?
And
Coffee in this area would be so rare. She's not gonna. She would sell it rather than drink it.
yeah, you
I
can
see.
literally hear Hiram bellowing over the edge of the cliff. That's called decaf, and it sucks.
How is he able? I want you to tell me canonically how he's able to hear this.
He's got specific triggers. See. Oh,
No,
are your
Hiram hears
ears
the word
burning?
What
coffee
you
and he
missed is
activates,
somehow Lasahana
activating.
just being like, by the way, this is what they're talking about. Have you heard this? They're
They're talking shit about coffee down there.
talking shit about that. Don't you understand? This used to be a privilege. If we find some, we're rich. Anyway, out of that,
We
different-
used to be a proper country.
It doesn't. The effect
Make America caffeinated again.
to be
Hence
clear,
it.
because I don't know if this is actually fully been stated. So Lasahana is from before the Wildsea, and so is Hiram, and we are the only two on the crew that are from before time. So we remember current world, and then go up into this bullshit. Yep,
Into this green hell, as I
and it
call
sure
it.
is. We have 8 minutes before we gotta.
That we do.
I'm
Wow.
trying to communicate a fairly straightforward concept. You all keep losing your minds about mushrooms.
No. So my question is, does this mean that Rinker can come back next time and we can do more? Or do we have to wrap it up in the next 7 minutes with their character?
Mhm.
Well, I assume that you want to resolve this. So
Mhm.
I have one more question about your tea, and I think that will probably resolve the issue. Is there anything that I should avoid mixing it with, or anything that I can mix it with if I find the flavor objectionable?
You can mix it with any sweetener that you choose. It doesn't harm anything. The ingredients that do the work with regardless. I haven't had anybody have any bad reactions. No, don't mix it with alcohol, though I can't imagine why you would. Alcohol will alter how well your mind can interpret what's being given to you. So don't mix and match your mind altering substances and you should be fine. It won't hurt anything. It'll just make
Alright.
the effects useless.
Thank you. I think we have a deal, and hopefully by the time the rest of your crew is done trading, I will have things ready for you to take back with you.
Wonderful.
Cool.
And then she hands them off, and you can see like she appreciates the seriousness of what you're taking it, and part of the reason why she's not reacting in an adverse way to your comments about like Gowan spores and things like that is largely one. Yeah, it's easier to argue a thing when you're not actually right about something like that, right? But also, if you're taking it that seriously, then you're going to take good care of her books too, right? So she, can feel confident that, you're not going to like abscond with something or let anybody else look at it, right? So, right. And she goes back to the captain and goes, I think my situation has been addressed. Whatever else you need to do.
When, like, we should be able to pick up your books today when we are done trading with everything. Is that what I got?
I think it was going to be when we were going to like leave and come back after the 3 anchors. On our way back from the 3 anchors, I think that's what Jerome was saying. That by the time we got back with the whole loop. to this location, they'd be done.
Okay.
Before we hop off the call here, Raker, thanks for coming by. If you want to come by next week too, I'm game.
Or at
In the
any point in the future.
Right.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
meantime, Slapdash, would you make a fortitude save?
Oh no.
One. So what I put in the YouTube chat though is, so what I'm hearing is Rinker is a returning NPC.
Woo.
That's
That
a
is
28.
kind of the
And somehow it's at any trading post we show up to. Jerome is
Yeah,
You'll be like Nurse Joy. You'll just
Yeah.
everywhere.
exactly.
Jerome is now the magic cart book salesman that just like somehow is always able to find you, but is never looking for you. Oh, I just did, but
Well,
I've been
or-
here so long.
Or that
but
one
it's just
merchant guy from
constantly
Resident
and
Evil 4.
random and yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Mycelia
Oh my
just
God.
brings her
Plus,
just
I
for
have
me.
to distribute the cookbook.
Exactly.
yeah.
See?
Yeah. It turns into
Also-
a raging hit, and Jerome can travel with it.
right. So the setting you live in, so one of the most interesting things about the Wildsea is that long form trade, which is a long distance trade,
Mhm.
is not really a thing because
Mhm.
it's almost impossible to maintain trade routes once they get long enough. And here on Earth, that's not really a problem. I mean, it is right now with tariffs and everything, but that's not even
Mhm.
the same thing because
No
those
longer.
those trade routes are still there. We're just fucking them up. But they're definitely
Right.
there. For a
Uh-huh.
long time in humanity, prior to the airplane and the ship, they weren't, right?
Mhm.
Like that was just not a thing. Trickle is a thing, but not a international efficient kind of whenever the hell you want it trade.
Mhm.
So where I'm going with and books are big and heavy in comparison to lots of other things and delicate.
Mhm.
Combine all these difficulties together, and if where I'm going with this is that if Jerome and Mycelia want to turn this into a large scale enterprise, even if it's just the two of you selling them,
Mhm.
that's still a really big deal, and I look forward to seeing where that goes in the narrative.
It also means that they're going to be insanely expensive.
Just ridiculously expensive.
Uh-huh.
Right.
A book full of recipes and spices and things like that. Yeah.
Right. Also, I
Mhm.
love that while we might have to swap out some of the terms,
Mhm.
that is a book we could actually make.
Mhm.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'll have to
One
just
of my-
suggest all these
I'm a
substitutions for the
calligrapher.
wild
I will make a physical copy of it if you want.
That's
Just
not
say,
that's not
Liz
even what I
has been
meant. I
writing
meant
down-
one of my favorite cookbooks is a PDF, but that's even cooler. Like,
Yeah,
Liz
being able to
has
make
been
not like
writing down the recipes, has been putting them in the chat, is
right? Yeah,
compiling them.
yeah. All you need is a
It's
little
already in the
art
chat.
and.
So what you have is a glossary of the Wildsea ingredient equals,
Sure, yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then
Right.
you're printing the Wildsea recipes,
Uh-huh.
but then you have like the asterisks, and you go back and go, oh, so this seed
Right.
is
May
some-
I
okay,
recommend
this is-
just parentheses real world, because otherwise that'll get a lot to use.
Monotonous. Yeah, I'm game. So where I love the idea that where we are right now on the merch front is a spider bear with a cube gag, and a cookbook. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Hold on, the spider is the other show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the royal we. You, me, everybody in the call, and all of
Every
the tables I am a
Merch
part
Everyone
of.
for
except
games
me.
that you stream, yes.
Right.
But this is the first Wildsea specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Right.
Until a
And Mike, you got a
Spider-Man
what?
shows
A
up.
20 what?
28.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a 30. Okay.
Oh.
Listen,
I will